What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. I am DJ AK Token Black. Got in here for the first time. Hit that like button, subscribe button. Before we get into things, I want to thank all my new subscribers. A couple of videos blew up over the past couple days. So I gained about 15 to 20 subscribers. So appreciate every single one of you trying to get that 500 mark. But yeah. So She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, season finale. My thoughts, little quick review of it. You know what I think of the whole show overall. We'll start with a little quick review. First of all, we left off where Jen slash She-Hulk had hulked out because this organization called Enter something. I can't remember the name, but they basically exposed her sex tape, and we're all like these guys hating on her behind the scenes and everything. And so she was put in jail because she was deemed as a threat now because she hulked out, which, in my opinion, she had every right to get mad. You know, it was kind of effed up what they did to her. But that's where she picks up her friends, all the attorneys there are, trying to figure out what to do about her case and everything. So they come to a plea deal where she has to wear the monitor, where she's not allowed to become She-Hulk no more. So she starts struggling with that because at first she didn't want to be She-Hulk, but then now she's missing the fact that she's not She-Hulk. So she goes to the Abomination's compound, his little retreat and everything, try to get some zen and get some, in perspective or some help with her, new trouble she has. And lo and behold, the leaders are having a meeting for the group that exposed her. Well, meanwhile, her best friend and the other lawyer friend are infiltrating it, and they're in it, and they find out the one dude, Todd or Tom, he's like leader up with a kind of figure that the little skis ball one that was so obsessed with the Hulk and everything, and stole the Wakanda spear. And then in walks Abomination because now he's like this motivational speaker. And then Jim walks in, sees it all, and all hell breaks loose. And we find out they stole her blood. So the leader injects himself with her blood, starts turning to Hulk. And in comes Titania. She busts in the door, and then comes Bruce Banner busting in the door, and Jim breaks the fourth wall. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is so stupid. And at the same time, I was like, it's kind of, I mean, it's predictable, but it's getting kind of like just, muddying the waters, and it's getting just over convoluted with everybody fighting one another. Like, why is Bruce back? And, why is Titania even here? And then she completely ultimate fourth wall break. You see like the Disney app menu come back up, and she busts to another panel, to the Disney Assemble panel, and jumps into the real world and is on the Disney Studios lot looking for Kevin Feige. She goes to the writers meeting and is telling them like, "What were you guys thinking? This is like so predictable, like blah blah blah." She's like, "I want to talk to Kevin," and they're like, "Oh, you can't talk to Kevin, blah blah blah." Cause Kevin's like this ultimate guy, Speaking of Kevin Feige, so she's like, "Screw you, I'm talking to Kevin Feige." So she busts her way into Kevin Feige, fight some Disney Marvel guards, and find out that Kevin Feige is actually a a robot. This ultra algorithm, AI who controls everything. And so her and the AI getting this discussion about why uh Marvel follows a certain guideline. The plot is always the same, and why can't we do things different? And she suggests some stuff, and um, end up he agreeing with her, and she goes back, and they change the whole ending of the show, where everybody takes accountability for their actions. Todd's put into jail. She says she's gonna sue him. Abomination goes back to jail because he violated his parole. Daredevil shows up because she's obsessed with Daredevil. And then it cuts to like a Fast and the Furious like ending where they're at the little barbecue, and everybody's joking, laughing, giving her and Daredevil a hard time about dating. He's like, "I'm only here for a week," and then in comes Bruce Banner, Hulk, in Hulk form, in Smart Hulk form, Professor Hulk, and the big reveal is his son Scar. So that's part of the whole Planet Hulk thing and all that stuff. I'm not too familiar with that whole storyline, but that was the big reveal, the big payoff. And the end credit scene was Juan breaks out Abomination. So that's a quick rundown of the show. My thoughts on the show. This episode, at first I was like, as I'm watching, I was like, oh, this is going to be. It was kind of predictable up to the point where she gets to the compound, the little retreat, whatever, and you see all the guys in there, and they're all like, "Oh, we hate She-Hulk," blah blah blah, and Todd's like the main guy, and of course he has the blood, and and you think it's gonna be this big brawl, and then the fourth wall breaks, and at first I was like, "Okay, what is going on here?" But then as I watched it, I was like, you know, I really enjoyed it. I think this is a good series finale for the most part. I like the whole big fourth wall break segment. It was love or hate the show. I will say the show has been doing its own thing, and they addressed that and everything. I did like the point when she was like talking to Kevin Feige and was like, basically, you know, you follow the straight guideline, blah blah blah, and the fans expect that, and so if you try something different, that's where the hate comes in. I think where a lot of the hate came from this. I'm not saying it's the best Marvel show at all. I mean, it had its ups and downs. For the most part, it was hit and miss for me, the most part. But I didn't hate the show for the most part. I kind of I was like, okay, I see what they're doing here. Not parts of it's not my cup of tea. Parts of it I liked it. I think the Daredevil episode was probably the best episode, hands down. But I did like the fact she asked, even like broke the fourth wall again. Was like, and when are we getting X Men? She turns the camera like talking to us fans and everything, which that's the big question. But yeah, I like this episode. It's probably the second best episode. Oh, also the beginning intro was fire. They went back to the old 70s Hulk style, that whole 70s. It was even the picture frame was great. I really enjoyed that a lot. That was a good throwback because I grew up watching that show. Obviously I'm younger than 70s, but I was born in 80s, but it came on reruns uh at during the weekends. I would watch it at my grandparents' house growing up. So very familiar with the old Hulk show and everything. So I really like that intro. The intro was very fire. I really like that throwback and that nod to the old one and everything. But yeah, for the whole season as a whole, like I said, I'm like this with it. I'm 50-50 with it. Like I said, it had its high points, it had its low points for me. I think a lot of the hate that it got was exacerbated for the most part, like I said. And I kind of agree with what they said. We as Marvel fans, we expect certain things, and if they try something different, we're like, oh, it's trash. And that's what this fourth phase is about, I believe. I think they're trying something different. They're seeing what sticks and what doesn't stick. Um, I I'm I'm open for new things, as long as it's done right. Uh, they did some things right with this, and then they're doing something I'm like, nah, it didn't work, So hopefully they learn from what didn't work and fix it, and what worked and try to improve off of that. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on She-Hulk episode 9 in the season as a whole. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Make sure you head over to my Twitter page. I'm get more active on there. So if you have any questions and stuff, or want to leave any comments, support me anyway. Really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, I will see you when I see you. Peace.